you know, use the NRM as an example of how these inequities are being faced. So when doing media, the BC Rural Health Network has been able to highlight these inequities and draw attention to what a service interruption at the Fort Nelson General Hospital means for us, including distance to the next hospital, weather challenges, and ever-increasing highway closures between here and Fort St. John are unique realities that they have highlighted for us. Our connection to the BC Nurses Union was initiated at the BC Rural Health Network implementation meeting, and I would remind you that it was the BC Nurses Union who honored the NRM with the first ever Healthcare Champion Award. Additionally, it was the BC Rural Health Network that recommended to the seniors advocate Dan Levitt that he connect with the NRM, which led to Dan introducing himself to the mayor at UBCM and promising to visit in the spring. So this is just a brief overview of how the BC Rural Health Network has directly highlighted challenges faced by NRM residents. And my opinion, out of all the organizations we belong to, I believe this one has consistently and strongly advocated for the NRM on many fronts. And why I'm bringing this to your attention today and taking your time is currently the BC Rural Health Network finds themselves in a bit of a financial shortfall and have begun a fundraising campaign. So as you see from their email, they are asking to please renew the membership, which is only $50 a year. I feel this is extremely low, but why they keep it so low is so that as many organizations that are interested can be members. So I would like to recommend that in addition to renewing our membership, that we make a donation to offset this shortfall. And I just have some more information. I'll quickly go through it. So our annual membership fees for FCM is $1,200 a year. Chamber of Commerce is $200. North Central Local Government Association is $6,100. UBCM is $3,200. So I'm more than interested in having a discussion with council, and I just wanted to add that although the financial situation is dire, it can definitely wait for budget considerations. So if council is interested in waiting for our budget process to see how that all weighs out, then I fully understand that. So open to any questions you may have.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Roper, please.
Just a quick question. So they haven't made a request for additional funds. This is just coming from your heart and it's your idea and what you feel is right.
They have made a request for us to renew our membership and for any donations that we would be interested in passing their way. They would gratefully accept. Yeah.
Great. I would just want to know, you know, what, where that would come out of the budget. If it's whatever line item that comes out of, that would help me.
For sure.
Consider that better.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what, you know, I fully understand council's concerns around the budget as I have them as well, which is why I think that we can wait for the whole budget process and see where it all lands.
Did you have a dollar amount in mind? Did they have a dollar amount suggested?
They did not give us, they just, you know, whatever, if anything. So no, they didn't give us any. That's why I kind of gave you the other, what we pay for the other organizations that do advocacy.
I appreciate that context for sure.
So.
Council's wishes.
Okay, well, I'll just make a motion and put it on the floor and we'll see if it goes forward. So I would make a motion that council entertain making a donation to the BC Rural Health Network to include that in the budgetary process for 2026 in the amount of $5,000.
Okay, moved and seconded that we pay the membership and consider a $5,000 donation during the budget process.
Yep.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? 5,000 seems an appropriate amount. I just did a quick calculation of the numbers and averaged them together and it comes to 3,500. So it's reasonable in my mind. Any other questions? Comments? All in favor? Oh, sorry, Scott, go ahead.
Sorry. I just wanted the advise council that the membership itself, we auto renew. It just comes out of council's legislative budget. So that's already been done, the $50.
Okay.
Good.
That's all, just as an FYI.
Yeah, thank you.
So we've operationalized that then. Good. Okay, did we vote?
No, we haven't
All in
voted.
favor? Opposed? That carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
9.4 is a letter from Shauna Malika, Executive Director, Fort Nelson Literacy Society, request for letter of support. That we provide a letter of support of the Fort Nelson Community Literacy Society for their project proposal, Reaching Home Canada's Homelessness Strategy. So we put it on the floor for discussion, please. Moved by Councillor Gerwing, second by Councillor Enox. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. It's on the floor. Somebody like to speak to it?
Okay, I would, just wait, make a motion that the Northern Rockies Regional Municipality provide a letter of support to the Fort Nelson Community Literacy Society for their project proposal, Reaching Home Canada's Homelessness Strategy.
Moved by Councillor Gerwing. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Enox. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Are there any opposed? That carries. Thank you. For information. We have 8 pieces of correspondence for information. Would somebody like to move that we receive those for information? Moved by Councillor Göring. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Enox. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. That's done. Thank you. Okay, that brings us to new business, where I would like to put a motion on the floor that we reconsider the official community plan for 2025 in order to facilitate the zoning amendment request from, and you can put in whatever the zoning request numbers are. And the zoning amendment for the bulk station, yeah, so if you can put those in there. Do I have a seconder? I have a seconder, Councillor Gerwing. Is there any discussion? Councillor Stolz.
So that, in doing so, if we go this way, it actually puts the OCP back into third reading. Is that what I heard?
That's my understanding. However, initiating it tonight gets us within the 30-day window.
Yeah.
And then staff will come back with a report to find out exactly what the ramifications of that are. And if that's the case, we can proceed. If not, then we can go to the, consider one of the alternative options for.
So if it does go back to third reading, then it can actually just sit on the shelf until we can revisit it in a future council meeting.
Correct.
Right.
Well, I would just like to add that, I think that the business in question would probably, they've been waiting a while. And so I would like to advocate on their behalf that council come to a decision in as quick of way as we can, because it has been a while and they've been waiting.
Yeah, so one of the things that the community charter, one of the points in the community charter under this mayor's ability to reconsider is that the matter be dealt with as soon as is convenient. So as soon as we get that report back, we may consider a special meeting to get it done and then move forward with the zoning amendment. Okay, is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Are there any opposed? Would you like your name recorded?
Yes, please.
Councillor Roper would like his name recorded as opposed to that motion.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, that brings me now to standing items for discussion. Are there any council reports? Councillor next.
I'll start off with February 5th. I attended the Heritage Society meeting, as you all are aware, because he proclamated it tonight. February 16th to 22nd is Heritage Week at the museum. Please come on down to the Trappers Den Saturday and Sunday because we'll be cooking bannock and handing it out free in the Trappers cabin. And I'm hoping to hit up Greg Bain for some of his homemade Saskatoon jam. I attended the Asset Renewal Committee of the Whole meeting February 6th, and then earlier today we had our special Committee of the Whole meeting at noon. As you all know too, NCLGA AGM is happening in Prince George, May 20th to the 22nd. Sorry, I will be attending. I'd like to just add maybe the next meeting, they're looking for proposals to host the 2027 AGM. So I thought that maybe we can have a discussion about it. And that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Does she need to do anything to put that on the next agenda? Like,
I think the next is notice of motion and that's
so
the
you'll
place
do it
for it.
then? Okay. Okay. All right, so my counselor report is pretty short. January 27th, I attended the Rural Health Linked Sectors Committee meeting, so through RCCBC. January 28th, the BC Rural Health Network Board meeting, followed by a training for UBC Medical Student Interview Panel, round 1. January 30th, I traveled to Toad to participate in a presentation by the CASCA around the land use planning. February 1st, participated in the UBC Medical Students Interview Panel. February 4th, training for the UBC Medical Student Interview Panel, round 2. And then February 8th, participated in the UBC Medical Students Interview Panel, round 2. So yeah, so one was training and then one was the actual event. And it was like a pretty cool process to see how that all went.
Good. Thank you for that. Are there any other reports?
On January 30th, I also attended the Toad River meeting with the Casca Land Use Planning Group. And I just want to overview that it was really quite fascinating. It was very good conversation and very open, really open communication with the Casca regarding planning and projection and willingness to work together. And it was very good in that way.
Good. Thank you for attending that, both. I have no report. Councilor Roper, any report? No? Okay. There's no business outstanding. Notice of motion. This would be the opportunity for you to put on the floor that you're interested in having a discussion about hosting the 2027 AGM.
Yes. I would like that.
So if we could put that as a notice of motion, good. Thank you. Is there any public that came back on that have any questions?
We weren't able to get Bev back on, but she did have a comment on future planning with rec sites and trails that the tourism committee be included in consultation.
Thank you. Staff can take that into consideration when they. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, are there any questions from the public with respect to the budget priority set by council or any of the council business? Online? No. In the room? No. Adjournment is order. Moved by Councilor Enoch. Do I have a seconder? Councilor Gerwig. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We are adjourned. Thank you.